welcome to the Full English with me, Matt Riley. I'm really pleased today to be with the chairman of Suphanburi FC Top. We've started to unravel and unveil a lot of English programmes, an integrated English programme here at Suphanburi FC as we prepare for the new Thai Premier League season. First of all, we have our Facebook page, Suphanburi FC English. We have our Twitter feed at FC Suphanburi, and starting with very kindly with Top, we also now have our own YouTube channel, the only official Suphanburi FC English YouTube channel. So let me, without further ado, welcome our chairman, Top. So Top, everyone is feeling very positive today about the result yesterday in the Co-Cup. What were your feelings about the result and the performance?
Well, the second half, the lucky lady wasn't on our side. We were shooting cats and dogs outside the goal. But overall, the formation and the teamwork was pretty good. And if they continue on this path, I hope that in 2 matches we will be able to have the Co-Cup in our club, first time ever. And they will be the vital support and really what we're looking for 3 years from now in the big team.
Yeah. Could you tell me as well, Top, in terms of the squad that you've got for the under-19s in the Co-Cup, how many of those players are from the Suphanburi area and how many are from other areas?
About 30 to 40% of them are from the Suphanburi province, and the rest are scattered from around the country. Some of them approached us, some of them we approached them through various matches that we played throughout the year. And if we see the potential and the club director agrees, then we will make the approach and ended up right here in Suphanburi.
Superb. Well, we're looking now then, of course, you're in the semi-finals of the Coca-Cola Cup under-19s. You were 4th in the Thai Premier League last season, but as we sit in this wonderful stadium, a lot of people may not realise what the situation was when you first became chairman of Suphanburi FC. Could you describe what you were confronted with on your first day of taking over this club?
2011, that was the first season that I started to run this club as a president. At that time there were 4 people in the administrative body, me included, was one of them. And we had no squad back then. I literally had to wipe out about 3/4 of the existing squad back then. And I had about 3 weeks to form an absolute new team, find a new coach. Our stadium was nothing like what it is today. The changing rooms and everything here was, it was rather old. The first season was a lot of struggling, a lot of trials and errors, mostly errors. But at the end of the season, I managed to revive the club from almost getting demoted down to Division 2. I revived it to finish at the number 10 on the table. The second season was better, was rather excited. That was when we got promoted into the Thai Premier League. The second season we ended up number 2 on the table in the Division 1. That was a lot of hard work, and it really meant a lot of hard work. We upgraded our stadium, changing rooms, changed entire staffs. We had a bit more people in the office, started doing some marketing, some merchandises. Wasn't too successful in 2012. 2013 was rather unexpected. We were the top candidate of being demoted down to Division 1. According to many football gurus. Very glad though that we surprised them. Started from the first game of the season. Had the way first to move up. Last season was very unexpected in many aspects. Number 1 is the fans, the number of fans. 2011 we had about 1,300 fans per match. Last season we had an average of 14,000 people per match. Peaked at about 24,000 people, which was rather impressive. The traffic in the entire province went chaotic an hour before the match. And with a 6 o'clock kickoff, this entire stadium was filled at about 4 o'clock or 3:30. It was a phenomenon, and it was a new, how shall I say, a new event in Suphanburi. That was totally unexpected. Our merchandise, they sold like hotcake, which continues into this season, and let's hope it continues into the end of this season and into next season as well.
absolutely. Well, I remember talking to you a couple of seasons ago, Contop, and as you referred to there, it was a real headache getting up to the First Division. In some ways, was last season's Premier League campaign more easy or even less stressful than it was 2 years ago when you just weren't quite sure if you were ready for that big jump to the Thai Premier League?
The Thai Premier League last season, it was less stressful for me because we had very low expectation from everyone. The fans didn't expect much from us. The media didn't expect much from us, obviously. So we were at an advantage. When we played versus the big team, you know, got nothing to lose. We went up against Buriram. I was prepared to lose 4-0, 5-0. Fortunately, we came back with 1 point in our pocket. But football being football, anything can happen. Some of the match we were expected to be a walkover. Turns out to be a defeat right here on our home ground. So, but it wasn't as stressful as 2012, because 2012 we really have to get promoted, and that was extremely stressful. So last season wasn't too bad. This season, however, I created an expectation for our fans last year. So in a way, they're pressuring us this year. But on the other hand, I try to keep them reminded that we are still very new in this business. This is going to be my 4th season as a president of a football club. Considering the fact that I am a rugby player, I play hockey, I played football as a goalkeeper for a couple of months in my life. So far I think I've been doing pretty well, but this season is going to be a real challenge.
Yeah.
So I have to keep reminding my fans, go easy, go easy. It's nothing too fast and too soon.
Absolutely, because of course your 4th place position last season was only 1 place below the AFC qualifying. Now that Thailand has 3 positions in the AFC Champions League.
Correct.
But can you tell me some of the things that have helped you to prepare for that next stage up in this season? Because there have been a lot of changes in personnel as well as the development of the stadium.
Correct. Well, for start, we installed a new scoreboard in the stadium because Suphanburi has just hosted a national game. So as a benefit, we managed to get the entire stadium upgraded. We have a lot of new players in our team, as well as new staff's coach, Mano Polki, who I believe will be the real strength behind our team this season. And if things goes according to plan, 2015 is the year where our fans has to get their passport out to Suphanburi FC.
Absolutely. Well, you're a man who, as you say, you're not with a football background, but you're clearly very, very passionate about not only the club, but the way that Suphanburi FC promotes the province. What kind of advantages for Suphanburi province have you seen with the success of the football?
Well, thanks to my father, we have more than adequate infrastructure in this province. Roads, sports school, Institute of Physical Education, one of the best sports science centre in the country. The latest addition, we are about to have the altitude simulation room. Having that completed would certainly increase the strength and fitness of our players. A lot of equipment, and we have very, very good personnel here. So that would help propelling us into the 2014 and from now on. And considering the fact that we have the sports school here, some of our junior team and some of our academy team is actually in the sports school, and we can utilize everything to the full extent.
Excellent. Well, you're very much a hands-on chairman, Control. You're often seen around the stadium and working with the players and the staff.
Yes.
How do you balance your political life, your business life, and importantly, your family life, with the amount of time, the large amount of time you invest in Suphanburi FC?
At the beginning, that was a very, very difficult question to ask. But now, everything is tied up into one huge lump called football, sports. Family life, my 2 boys, Ben and Austin, they are totally crazy about football now. My family is very, very sporty. Boy side comes to football, girl side goes figure skating. So they understand the amount of time involved. And also my wife, she is very keen in football as well. So whenever she has time from figure skate, she would come to our match. So the problem about the club and the family life, that is solved, because everyone in the family seems to be happy to be here. Now with the club and the political life, when I have 20,000 people here, it turns out that all my fans are, a lot of them are my supporters. Judging from the latest election that we've had, everywhere I go I will see the club sign, I will see the logo, I will see the arrows, I will see people wearing our jerseys everywhere. So now when I have 24,000 people here, the majority of it, 90% of them, are actually my supporters. So it turns out to be, Suphanburi FC is the answer to everything, my family life, my passion, as well as my work.
So all roads really do lead to Suphanburi, as you mentioned.
Indeed, it does. It
Now,
does.
it's quite incredible, Tom, when you just sit down and think about it, from the point when you started to the point where you are now. How much further do you think Suphanburi FC and its involvement in Thai and Asian football has to go?
Well, this little province has a long way to go. I have a very big plan for this province as well as for this club. The ultimate goal for this club is not the AFC Champion League, is not the Thai Premier League trophy or the FA Cup trophy, but the ultimate goal for this club is to propel this entire province, to raise the quality of people of this province, to give the opportunity of Suphanburi people to a glimpse of the international community. By going to the AFC, Suphanburi people will go abroad as a supporter to God knows China or wherever, and that will bring the international teams into Suphanburi, thus exposing them to different parts of the world. And that would certainly give them a lot of new knowledge, and the teenagers, young, and the future generations of the people in Suphanburi would get a better idea of being the citizen of the world is all about. Football is not just about Suphanburi, it's not just about Thailand. If you want to be good at something, you have to prepare yourself to the international level. You're not alone in this world, you are part of the huge system, you are a global citizen, and that is something that one must teach your children about it. So by doing, by taking the club as a tool to develop this province, I'm in the way following my father's footsteps to fulfill his dream.
Well, Katop, those are incredibly ambitious targets, but looking around us today at this wonderful stadium and the progress your club has made, I'm sure you've got every chance of making it succeed. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, and keep your eyes out for us. We are coming.
Suphanburi FC, ready for ASEAN, ready for the AEC.